Hi, we have here with us Mr. Ashwani Khillan, Chief Technology Officer with MTS. What are the data offload strategies or the challenges that you're facing?
So the from a data offload stand, the key aspect here is that where do we want our data to be offloaded? Okay, so do we want a person going on a street? Why should my technology not take as much data as whatever spectrum we have paid for spectrum and all those things. So we would love to keep every last drop of data on our network. So we
Absolutely.
ideally we would not like to offload. So then what is the need, what is the talk about, why Wi-Fi offload and all those things. So one is the spectrum issues, because the Wi-Fi spectrum is not as precious as the other spectrum. So one is very clear, this is driving the whole thing. The other key thing is that to reach in each building, it is very difficult to reach by our the networks that we are operating, like whether it is GSM, CDMA or WCDMA or this thing. So it is much easier if we do it through Wi-Fi. But in India, even reaching inside the building using Wi-Fi is becoming very difficult. Okay. Because I don't know whether these building owners or these people are not understanding that this is a need of their consumers also. For example, in any hotel or any hospital, if we try and go to wire that public building, even for Wi-Fi network, which is much easier, much cleaner, much there is no kind of hookups to the building, but still people are charging I don't know, like ridiculous prices for we were talking to a hospital in Delhi only. So they were talking 15 lakh, 20 lakh per month. How can we generate so much? Everybody knows our ARPUs and everything. So if we have to pay this just as a entry into the some building, so how do we recover this? Okay, so should we say that a customer going inside this building will be charged, let's say 15 rupees per MB, or, otherwise it is impossible for us to, charge. So, where I am coming from. So today the offload strategy, is not taking off in India, is not because of any technological, bottleneck or anything. So if, CDMA to Wi-Fi offload works in US, why should it not work in India? So they same, vendors, same this thing work in there, we can bring them here. But the issue here is this, the understanding that has to come in the whole ecosystem that, this is a requirement, any consumer or any, it's that mobile phone user is not only my consumer, it is consumer of that particular, public building also. So unless these people start cooperating, with the telecom operators and being reasonable, so there is a win-win, situation for all three of us, so we are two service providers. I am a telecom service provider. He is a utility service provider in terms of this building and a common customer. So between three of us, unless a win-win situation can be, arrived, it's very difficult to, take anything forward in India, as it stands today. But on a technology standpoint, the best option for offload that we are looking at, and we have done some trials also, is to offload it to Wi-Fi's. Okay. There are some device challenges and the overall the delivery model to the consumer, because we want that when we offer this product or this service to the consumer, it should be consumer should not come to know what is happening on the back end. Okay, so if I do something like this, he enters this building, now you wait for your SMS password, I think you must have seen these kind of implementations. So we don't believe in these kind of implementations. So we believe that the moment customer should get into a building, he should automatically latch on to whatever Wi-Fi, either through partnership or my own Wi-Fi property. So that kind of service we are looking at, and we are working closely with few technology providers to come up with that kind of a solution, which can give a complete good user experience in terms of offload also. Okay. But even if we strike this technological barrier, we are able to cross this technological barrier. The biggest barrier that I see is how do we kind of popularize it. It's not about doing a pilot in my office or something. I can do it maybe it's about spreading this service. for which we need a lot of support from these other the whole ecosystem. So that's the biggest challenge I see in this offload strategy.
Okay, thank you.